Whoa, Mecha Ish here. And today we're going to be talking about DC Collectibles 2-pack Batman animated series Mask of the Phantasm. Batman and Phantasm Man himself. Phantasm. Let's do it.
Launch in 3, 2.
Step out of your world and step.
Here we have, starting off, our Batman animated series figures from DC Collectibles. We have, from the animated movie Mask of the Phantasm, Batman and Phantasm, which is pretty awesome. It comes in a 2-pack here, and this is the special window box packaging here in this deluxe 2-pack. Let me show you the top of the box. The Mask of the Phantasm, Batman the animated movie. You can see Batman and Phantasm, you know, clearly through the window. And it says again, you know, yada yada, DC Collectibles. Turn it to the side, Batman and Phantasm. So very nice box. The back of the box has a silhouette of Phantasm, and you see Batman's silhouette there. Very cool. Phantasm again and Batman. Very nice logo. So let's open these guys up. I'm very excited to have this Batman and Phantasm from the animated movie Mask of the Phantasm. Very happy to have them finally in my collection and to get them out of package finally. In the 90s, big fan of the animated series, and I just wanted to show you what this comes out with. They come out of the package. They have these 2 paper inserts here. Let me just show you real quick. Batman the animated series and the New Adventures of Batman. So you can see there, and in the back they have the Batmobile, and they have these figures plus upcoming figures in this line, which is so awesome. And DC Collectibles has been putting out these very accurate to the animated series figures, which is just hitting that nostalgia hard. And we also have this other insert here, Mask of the Phantasm, that tells you how to work these turnarounds, these little display bases that they have here. Not too difficult, but they have it there in case you need it. So I'll put those away. And of course we have Batman, we have Phantasm. Phantasm here comes with 2 alternate left hands, because his right hand has that cool looking hook thingy. We got these 2 alternate left hands, so I'll put those down. Plus he comes with that turnaround with some artwork there, the front and back, Phantasm, turnaround, and it has the grip. Because these guys are a little top heavy, they have the tiny feet, very true to the animated series style, the animated style. So in real life, they're very difficult to stand, you know. In the animated series, they're jumping around, they're jumping on buildings, rooftop to rooftop. In real life, not so much. It takes a little while to stand them up, and sometimes a little bump, a little boom, a little shake in the ground would tip them off your shelf. So it might be a little bit better to keep them on these stands and hook them from the back. But Batman also comes with a turnaround here. See? Got a nice display front, side, and back of the animated Batman here. Batman. So very cool. Right now I got them standing on their own, but like I said, you just got to be careful, especially when putting them on a high shelf. You don't want them to take that dive. Batman comes with alternate left and right boomerang holding hands. Batarang. And this is Batarang. So let's get a more in-depth look at Batman and Phantasm. Now let's talk about the big bad bat. All by himself right now. We have Batman, the way he looked, looks like he jumped right out of the animated series, out of the animated movies from Mask of the Phantasm. And this is awesome. DC Collectibles has been hitting it out the park with these animated style figures. And just like I said, that nostalgia, it's really tickling that nostalgia. And the wow factor is there big time in all of these figures. And they've actually done a great job, which I'm going to talk about the articulation. In the first wave of figures, the articulation was very good. The articulation was there, but the joints were very brittle, very weak, and a lot of them broke. I had given my brother and his nephew one of the figures, and they opened it up, and the ankle snapped. So they have done a lot of work, DC Collectibles has, in fixing these joints, making this a more sturdy action figure line, which I appreciate very much. I'm not scared to move these joints around anymore like I was in the first wave. So there you go. But they've done a great job, and you can see they're very true to form. The way they do the articulation on these figures is so that it doesn't hinder or doesn't remove the trueness to form of the way they looked in the animated series, you know? Like, look at this. You're not going to get much range of motion. I mean, it goes left to right, his head. It doesn't really go up, and it doesn't really go down. Like, it's not on a typical hinge or ball joint. It just goes left to right, and that's all you're going to get, really. But that's fine. You know, that's fine, because they don't want to mess around with how he looked in the animated series. So very true to the way it looked. They're, you know, very fan, what do you call that? Fan service. Very much fan service there by DC Collectibles. No ab crunch there. We do have a waist swivel. See, right at the utility belt, which is so nice. His legs can go up like that, He got a single joint leg. There's no hip cut, nothing like that. But he can, with this special articulation point, like this T-joint, I don't know what you call it. It goes up like that, and you can see there's a little break. And then the side, DC Collectibles have been doing this a lot with these figures. Goes up to the side so you can get that martial arts kick right to the side, which is sweet. And if you want to kick Killer Croc in the face or something like that, you can get a lot. Look at that. It's like Jean-Claude Van Damme in that suit. Oh my goodness. Batman, how do you do it? But yeah, you got great range of motion there with that special joint. And you know, you got the way these Justice League Unlimited Batman animated style. I love it. Goes down, you know, after the single jointed knee, goes down just a hinge at the ankles. There's no boot cut, no rotation there. And, you know, you got these tiny feet, but they're long. You know, they're thin, but they're long, so they do hold him up from falling. You know, most of the time. Let me check. Yeah, see? So not too bad. Without the stand, he does stand pretty well. Now going back up to the arms, he does have a rotation here. You got a hinge at the shoulder, which can go up about that far. And he has rotation at the elbow, plus he has a hinge at the elbow. Let me see. No forearm cut, but he has a hinge. This is where I get worried because these are interchangeable hands. So they are smaller peg. You got to be careful with them. But they're sturdy. But you still, you know, don't be too strong with it. All right, you can rotate the wrist, and the hinge goes up and down. So, very nice. With his cape, you can see the sweet sculpt on the cape. Going down there, he got the pointy shoulders, very nice. You can see the break for the articulation. But again, it does not mess around with how he looked in the animated series. So, well done, DC Collectibles. And this cape is very pliable. See that? The beautiful blue paint inside, it's clean, perfect. And then the black outside. Oh, sorry, bats. So nice with the tips. Oh, so it's like it really feels like he jumped out of the cartoon. This is awesome. Awesome. Beautiful, beautifully sculpted bat logo. The yellow and the black are so clean. That black outline, everything about the paintwork that they do put on is so clean. The flesh tone, look at his teeth. You see the teeth? There's no splotchiness. They forget it. DC Collectibles got it. They know what to do when it comes to paint jobs. The eyes are painted nice and white, that bright white. There's no break in the colors. Everything is sharp. This is a crisp paint job, baby. I love it. And look at his blades on his forearm. So great. Let me take off his arms right now. Not his arms, his hands. Sorry. Show you the interchangeability. Let's put on. I'm just going to take off one. They both come off easily. And let's have him hold one of his batarangs. Right? So you see, that wasn't hard at all. Pops right out. See this very small peg? Goes right back in. And now his batarang, let's slide that into his... Let's make sure I don't snap it. There you go. So now he got some batarang action for you, Phantasm. Watch out! I'm Batman. Now we got Phantasm himself. I'm not going to spoil it. Who's under that mask? If you guys haven't caught it now. No, don't worry. I'm not going to spoil it for you. I hate when people spoil stuff. I hate those people. Anyway, we got Phantasm here. And again, right out of the movie, looking awesome. You got the gray and the black color scheme. Sick. Right? Look at that scope work. Very flexible. Be careful. It's easily rippable. Is that a term? You can rip this if you really wanted to. So be very careful with these figures, please. You know, I hate to see a good figure get torn up, but this is very soft, very flexible, sculpted very nicely. Even the hood, look, the hood can remove, and you can see his head sculpt, the full head sculpt inside, which is awesome. He got that awesome skull looking thing over there, almost Punisher-esque, right? You got the eyes painted, everything clean again, just like the Batman figure, just like all of their figures. And yeah, so his head, same deal, goes left to right. Let me see if it goes up. Not very much. And doesn't go down. Well, very little, if any. A little tiny notch. Yeah. Look, you can cover it. Very flexible, as you can see. You can cover his face all the way up and put it back. But let's take a look at the back. You got that pointy hood there. Sculpted very nicely again. Oh, this is even more flexible than the Batman cape. So be careful, guys. All right. Very soft plastic. But it looks so cool. And the way they sculpted it for the wind to be blowing it to his left, that is awesome. And how it drapes across his front, that is so cool. Great work there. Now his shoulders, you know, this is very soft plastic. You see what happened there? It's so soft that me raising his left arm just folded it. So it can go up. You got the rotation there, of course. Let me bring it back down and let me fix it. Okay, and be careful. And you have the rotation at the elbow again, and you have an elbow hinge there. You have rotation at the wrist. And let me show you right now. It comes right off his left hand, and he has two left hands, two interchangeable left hands. One point goes in there, and this is like, I guess, to hold the batarang, almost like a gripping hand, right? Let me put the batarang on it so you guys can see. Right? Not bad. And now this can come off. And this is the claw hand, which I'll probably be displaying this piece with it, because this is, you see his pointy fingers. It's almost like he's, you know, a claw, a scratching hand. But very cool. Let's take that off for now, and I'll put his normal fisted hand. There you go. And you see it snaps right in. But you still want to be careful because it is a smaller peg. Alright? Now he got a no ab crunch, but we do have a waist swivel. His legs, again, just like Batman, but that's as far up as he can kick. He has a single jointed knee. With the side, he got those I don't know what you call them, but those hip joints go off to the side just like Batman's does, and he can do a high kick as well. See? This guy's a training with Bloodsport Jean-Claude Van Damme, I'm telling you. Rotation at the ankles here, or a boot cut, low boot cut, and he has a hinge. So, decent range of motion there. You know, without the stand, you can't really stand them in the wide poses because you can see all that space down there. They're going to tip over. So they have to kind of stand close together like that, but they are top heavy and they can fall again with any loud movement or big movement. Sorry. But yeah, and then let's look at his right arm, which has his awesome hook hand. Same articulation. And this glove here, this special glove he has on, rotates. So very cool. And the paint job, you know, clean. It's just straight black, straight gray, but you can see that it's very clean throughout. So, good job. Look out, Batman! So happy to have Batman and Phantasm here from the DC Collectibles Mask of the Phantasm 2-pack from the animated movie. It's so awesome to see these guys. It looks like they came right out of the animated series, right out of my favorite cartoon of the 90s. And we have it. DC Collectibles have been knocking it out of the park. We got Batman here who stands about 6.5 inches tall. We have Phantasm, a little over 6 inches tall. And you see that they all scale in well together because they're all in the 6-inch scale. So I'm so excited about the figures that I already have. I'm so excited about my ever-growing collection and the figures I will get in the future and that I've already pre-ordered. But yeah, DC Collectibles, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And the joints, guys, don't worry so much about the joints anymore like the first series. If you were let down by that first wave and the easily breakable joints, they have done a much better job. The manufacturing process is so much better. So you can see I can move the joints around and it's no issue at all. I made it through a whole video without a joint busting on me. So I am very grateful for that, and I'm very grateful for these figures. So guys, for Batman, for Phantasm, like, subscribe, comment, and share. You know what to do. Peace. I'm Batman. Whoa, guys, too close. Mecha Ish here today. Why you laugh for? You messed me up.